right, so IGN here has dropped an updated top 10 Sonic games list. All right, so we're gonna see. This is either gonna be extremely safe and make sense, or maybe they'll lock it. IGN-ness, you know. Let's see what's going on.
Sonic
All
the
right.
Hedgehog's speed is unparalleled, and the only thing on this earth that can outmatch it is his popularity. The few video game characters
now,
are as iconic.
I'm going, before they start this, I'm gonna do like a little prediction. I'm gonna say number 1 will be the safe answer. It'll be Mania. Number 2 will be Sonic X Shadow Generations. Number 3 will be... it'll be one of the Sonic Adventure games. I feel like they're going to try to put that in there. Number 4 will be Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And then number 5 will be Sonic Frontiers. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say. We'll see.
To celebrate the
we'll see though.
Sonic
we'll
video
see.
Game series and
I could be wrong.
Best. Now, as for our criteria here at IGN, we tried to rank these games based on historical significance, innovation, and how well these games stand the test of time.
Oh God,
Some
okay.
Games like Sonic Adventure 1 and the original Sonic the Hedgehog are important to the Sonic series and set the very foundation for both 2D and 3D Sonic games to follow. But we felt they both didn't quite hold up as well as their sequels when judged by a modern standard. So,
wait, did he just say that about Sonic 3? You're lying. Wait.
Some games like Sonic Adventure 1 and the original Sonic the Hedgehog are important to the Sonic series and set the very foundation for both 2D and 3D Sonic.
You're not gonna put Sonic Adventure 1?
But we felt they both didn't quite hold up as well as...
No, you said Sonic 1 and Sonic Adventure 1, bro.
Some games like Sonic Adventure 1
and the original Sonic the Hedgehog
are important to the Sonic series and set the very foundation for both 2D and 3D Sonic games to follow. But we felt they both didn't quite hold up as well as their sequels when judged by a modern standard. So they just missed a place on this list. But
I'm already upset. We haven't even started this, and I'm already upset. No, you're diminishing. Now, Sonic 1 I can agree with. Sonic Adventure, no! Oh God, okay.
So, with that said, here are our picks for the 10 best Sonic games
let's see.
as chosen by a handful of IGN's biggest Sonic fans.
Okay. My baby. Oh. Okay. You know, it's fine. I can. It depends what's ahead of it. I will accept this depending on what's ahead of it. All right. But let me see. I'm
a more open Sonic game, but underneath all the jankiness and pop-in lies a great foundation for the series to improve upon in the future. Released in November of 2022, boosting around Frontier's set of open zones is genuinely fun. Completing platforming challenges to upgrade Sonic skills and improve the island's traversable rail system creates a constant sense of progression as you explore at your very own pace. The Starfall Islands is the Sonic series' first real open world, which drops you on a map with the ability to go anywhere your curiosity draws you to. Plus, the combat and enemy design play to Sonic's speedy strengths, with flashy encounters peppered throughout that don't overstay their welcome, like Sonic Unleash's infamous Werehog bits, though that particular game is also one of our favorites. All that combined with a decent set of traditional modern Sonic levels and the best use of Super Sonic the series has ever seen makes for a solid 3D Sonic game unlike any of the other entries.
They weren't mean about it. It's gonna depend on what's ahead of it.
Now, while IGN might have given...
Wow. Okay, like, I can... Obviously, when it comes to me personally, I like Frontiers a bit more than Unleashed, but I respect having Unleashed, but one, I hope this isn't just the Wii version too. What a time to be alive between them giving it a 4 originally, you know?
To game a significantly low
Why
score
are they
upon its
using
release, the ardent fans of Sonic here at IGN?
Why are they using the Wii version footage?
One of those chaos diamonds in the rough, you could say. Sonic Unleashed gets a bad rap, and conversation surrounding it often focuses on its weaker elements, specifically the warehouse.
Are they?
A lot of the criticism.
Okay, well there you go.
But it also
so why is all their footage so old in 480?
The fact that when Sonic Unleashed is good, it's some of the best 3D Sonic there's ever been.
Okay, I mean,
released in November of 2002, Unleashed remains one of the best-looking Sonic games, despite being several years old. Now, the soundtrack is fantastic.
Man, Frontiers and Unleashed at 10 and 9.
Fast.
What are you putting ahead of it?
Sonic game. It totally nails that sensation of being the fastest thing.
There's that old footage from IGN. I'm so curious what's ahead of it.
Destruction full of crushed boxes, tables, enemies, and more. It's the most uneven of the mainline.
Go back. I saw. What did they say? 2000. Did they say 2002? Wait, what?
Which is important for any Sonic. Above all else, Sonic Unleashed feels.
Wait.
Now, the soundtrack is fantastic.
What did he say?
Looking Sonic games, despite being several years old. Now, the soundtrack is
Wait,
fantastic.
what the fuck? When did he say that?
Else, Sonic Unleashed feels fast.
Oh, he's talking about SA2. Okay, got it.
That sensation of
it's fine. Whatever, they made a mistake. I'm so curious what's ahead of it. I'm glad they rectified themselves a little bit.
Now, we definitely had to take a look at Sonic's roots.
I can respect that. Sonic 2 is pretty peak. I'm not mad at that. To be fair, I can't be mad at Sonic 2 being placed in any video on the top 10. You know, I can live with that.
Pure experiences
now,
of the
do I think it's better than Frontiers and Unleashed? No, absolutely not. But I'm thinking of it as like old heads that work there, you know. That's fine. Exactly. Wednesday loves Sonic 2. I can respect it. It is a very ambitious, good game. I love Sonic 2. That's fine. Sonic, whatever Sonic 2. Well, that's crazy. You're wrong about that.
Zones, new enemies, new mechanics, and abilities, while keeping true to the core essence of a Sonic game. You gotta go fast. The new zones like Sky Chase gave us our first look at the tornado.
How you doing, Rangatron? What's going on?
And the Death Egg Zone pits us against an early version of an enemy that eventually became Metal Sonic. The Sonic 2.
I mean, that's not the right footage to show at that part, but it's fine. I respect it. You know,
having players collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds in a welcome improvement to bonus stages. The Sonic 2 is still one of the best sequels to its lengthy list of improvements and additions that still holds up to this day for both newcomers and veterans.
Now, I love Sonic CD. I'm not a Sonic CD. I actually really love CD. But over Frontiers, Unleashed? Now, so over Sonic 2? Depends who you ask. Over Frontiers and Unleashed? I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure about this one. I don't know about all that. Why did they use this footage of the fucking ending?
Version of Metal Sonic that we all know and loathe today. But the real star of the show in
2 is much better than CD. Yeah, I mean,
where you can go to the past.
That's weird, bro. I really love. Oh, so yeah, just use Sonic. You literally could use some footage from Sonic Origins, whatever. No one at IGN. Here's the thing. No one at IGN wanted to play these games and get footage. Well, that's how I already know there's a problem here. You know? But yeah, no, Sonic CD above Unleashed and Frontiers is my no. Over 2, that's subjective. I can give it to them, you know? More confidence, more love and love, not confident trying movement well.
A Sonic CD doesn't need this.
I'm still like already have said they dismissed Sonic Adventure 1
is trying to collect the time
as not on the list
to ensure a good future where Eggman's plans are foiled.
Why this footage of the opening
across the board? The Sonic
Why,
games
bro?
Right. I gotta say, catchy tunes no matter what.
Of course. happening right now? What is going on? Okay. I thought it would be higher.
As you can already
I thought it would be. What is?
Era Sonic
Hold
game.
on. I'm trying to think in my mind what's the top 5 then. It has to be Mania, Sonic Shadow Gens. What else is it gonna be? It's probably gonna be, if they say Heroes, I'm gonna lose my mind. It's not gonna be Secret Rings and Black Knight. It's gonna be Adventure 2. And then, oh, they're gonna find a way to put Heroes in there, bro. Colors too, you're right.
Got better while introducing new playable characters and mechanics. Sonic 3 and
no, Sonic Lost World can't be there, bro.
Feels like a superior experience of the early days of
again, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is peak.
Solid games as individuals,
so I'm more just really confused at the placement. I mean, I love Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Peak. Okay.
Sonic.
Okay. Interesting. Now, it's... See, again, it's hard because I really do... I love Sonic Colors and I understand why it would be high up on a list. You know? Again, it's that thing I keep going back to. Is Sonic Colors better than Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Unleashed, and Frontiers? I don't know. Do I love Sonic Colors? Absolutely. You know, absolutely. But over those is weird. But I mean, I love Sonic Colors.
Has some of the most imaginative and thrilling level designs.
Colors better than Sonic 2 is crazy when each of them having 50 acts.
None. Aquarium Park, for example, is arguably the
over
best
3K.
Throughout the whole series. Asteroid Coaster, another standout zone in Sonic Colors, is
this game killed the franchise 10 years? No. The writing has issues.
Carnival, while heavily on rails, the sheer spectacle is a
Frontiers, no. Vessel design, let's not get too crazy. They are getting a little crazy.
High-speed boost-centric style with more methodical.
That's my thing. Is like I adore Colors. Really, I really do. And again, on a critical, regular, like this is a critics type of game, which I understand. Like I feel like they always go. This is a safe answer. It's like a safe reviewed game and everything. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm with you, Sonic. I'm a Colors glazer. I love Colors. It used to be until like I restarted redoing content and replaying these games. It was my number one. But replaying, I was
Also,
I don't know.
Every level with multiple paths. Now, back in 2010 and even to this day, Sonic Colors checks all the boxes.
I mean, you could have used new footage too, but
soundtrack, great visuals, and smooth gameplay. Sonic Colors is one game that any Sonic fan out there can enjoy to this day.
I agree. Okay. That's interesting. I mean, I know the top 3 now are Adventure 2, Sonic Shadow Gens, and Mania. But this is confusing as fuck. Sonic Advance 1 is a great game. Don't get me wrong. But over Colors, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Frontiers, and Unleashed? I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. That is kind of good, but is it over 3K type of good game? I don't know, man. I don't know about this one, bro. I don't know. There's like boomers liking 2D retro games over 3D one. That's what it's looking like, dude. This is weird. Because I also feel like Sonic Advance 3 is better than what? This is a weird pick, bro. I mean,
Sonic's 10th anniversary saw the release of
I talked about Sonic anniversaries on YouTube today.
Also saw the release of a 2D
No, Sonic here is not on here, thank God.
For the Game Boy Advance.
It's not going to be on here. It's going to be Mania SA2 and what's it called? Mania SA2 and Sonic Shadow Gens, which makes sense.
Wars between Nintendo and Sega fans.
Yeah.
Sonic Advance keeps the heart and soul of classic
So
Sonic while also
weird.
updating his sprite and his abilities to be more in line with the emerging modern Sonic
So weird,
design.
bro.
Sonic can grind on rails, there's a tiny Chow Garden, and just overall, Sonic is far more expressive than in the older 2D Sonic games.
He is.
Now, while the entire Sonic Advance trilogy includes some of Sonic's best 2D outings from the post-Genesis era, Sonic Advance remains the best in terms of consistency. It's not only a great starting point for the Game Boy Advance,
I like Sonic Advance.
Also had some of the best level variety.
It's just the placement, bro. It's just the placement.
Advance trilogy, and it's a bit of a shame that Sega has yet to release or re-release these games beyond the Game Boy Advance.
Okay.
Sonic Adventure 1.
Respectable. I can respect it. I can respect it. I mean, Sonic Adventure, still one of the most influential and important games in the series. I can respect this one. It's fine. It's fine. I still vehemently disagree with them disregarding Sonic Adventure 1 on this list for not aging well, when I think it unironically ages better than Sonic Adventure 2. And I love Sonic Adventure 2. I think that's like actually a crime here. But Sonic Adventure 2 in top 3, that's normal. That makes sense. It's actually nice to see it placed high. You know,
is the GameCube port of Sonic
they have about,
which improves the base
it's gonna be Mania, and now the question is it gonna be Sonic Shadow Gens and then Mania number 1? Mania's gonna be number 1. I know them. They're gonna say it's the perfect Sonic experience, but number 2 is gonna be Sonic X Shadow Gens. I'd be shocked if it was the other way, but it's gonna be Mania's number 1.
Now that base version,
but I'm glad they put respect on Sonic Adventure 2's name.
And still stands tall.
I'm glad.
To this day as one of
what do they put in Vanilla Gens? They're not gonna do that.
3D Sonic games of all
Superstars, yeah, it's gonna be Superstars.
Made their way into the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie.
Yeah.
Especially since the film featured Shadow the Hedgehog.
Well, the only new footage they've used, and even then it's in 480p.
Of the Adventure series. Now, while the Sonic and Shadow stages are obviously the highlights,
yes, sir,
with their fast-paced, action-heavy gameplay, there's a great blend of gameplay styling between.
I'm glad they put respect on Sonic Adventure 2's name. Good,
now,
good.
On top of all of that, Battle adds characters like Metal Sonic, Amy Rose in foot races, the ability to challenge friends in kart races, or have their chows compete.
Okay, they spoiled Sonic Movie 3.
The much-beloved Chow Garden, and that unforgettable soundtrack that just echoes in every Sonic fan's mind.
Yeah, love it. Oh,
Sonic
Mania. Wow. So Sonic Shadow Gens is number 1. Wow. Damn bold. Okay. Shit, that's definitely a choice. Shit, man. Shit.
Easily one of the best 2D
What if it's Heroes? We ended up collectively.
Third party. A game made by fans for fans, Sonic Mania is a love letter to the Blue Hedgehog. Mania offers a fresh perspective of what put Sonic on the map, remixing the classic formula thanks to longtime fan and indie game dev Christian Whitehead's retro engine.
He is not on here, bro.
Offering fast-paced gameplay, superb level design, and excellent pixel art. Sonic Mania would have been
the best 2D game hands down. Yeah, I agree with that.
To the remastered and new versions of previous Sonic zones.
Wow.
Would truly make
it's Superstars. It's Forces.
Original stages. Levels like Studiopolis and Mirage Saloon Zone offer the perfect counterpart.
Even though he's not showing those levels, but yeah. Sonic and the Black Knight, baby.
Is also among the highest compared to other 2D Sonic games, thanks to the multitude of collectibles and rewards found off the beaten path. For those reasons, Sonic Mania is our pick for the best 2D Sonic game you can play. And it is wholeheartedly a Sonic game that every single Sonic fan should play at least once.
I agree. And there it is, number 1, Sonic X Shadow Generations. Yep.
when looking at...
Yeah, that makes the most sense. I mean, they're going to talk about it, but it makes the most sense when you think of like, when we even beat the game, right, now that we've talked about it over time, like, it is like on paper, theoretically, the best you get, right? Because you get Sonic Generations, which is amazing, and you get Shadow Generations, which is also amazing. And you basically have a celebration of the series that gets you a bunch of shit, yeah, I mean, that makes sense as number one. Now, before we let's see what they have to say. But yeah, you get all 2 games that are amazing.
The list of games featuring our favorite Blue Blur, there really is only
valid.
one game currently to put at the tippy top.
Yep.
And that's 2024's Sonic X Shadow Generations. A remaster of Sonic Generations that revisits and remixes some of the best stages, music, and bosses we've gotten across generations of Sonic. Sonic Generations was already many people's favorites in the franchise, and for good reason.
If Shadow didn't exist, they wouldn't have made number one. Yeah, 100%.
Shadow, it's gotten
there
even
it is.
Better. Even in 2025, Sonic Generations remains the greatest celebration of Sonic's history, and in our opinion, the best combination of both classic and modern day Sonic gameplay styling. So,
valid.
The remaster of this classic game is one that was welcomed among fans.
With Superstars on here,
content absolutely shines in both 2D and 3D, and everything from its level design to his abilities and how they synergize are the new gold
no heroes on the list, so we're fine.
Games.
Yeah.
Now this remaster soars far above previous remasters we've gotten in the Sonic franchise, and hopefully will be the roadmap for future Sonic video games.
I agree.
Sonic Generations on its own is a game designed to evoke nostalgia. But it never falls into the trap of relying entirely on fuzzy feelings from the past. And with the addition of Shadow Story during this time, we're treated to an all-new experience that seamlessly interweaves itself into the original Generations storyline.
One, this could have been way worse, right? I think, my issue with this is just the placements. I think when you think of the 10 games, I think these are like the choices. I can't think of one of these games that, like, I guess you could swap an advanced game and then what's another one? I mean, I feel like it's just the placements, to be honest. I really think it's just the placements, because the games they pick make sense, right? Like Frontiers, right, makes sense to be on here. Again, number 10, I think, my biggest crimes here is, 1, Sonic Frontiers being number 10 is a little too low for my taste. 2, Sonic Adventure being dismissed on here is also a mistake. You know what I mean? I feel like that's another issue I have with it. And then, like, Sonic Advance on number 4 is such a weird choice. You know what I mean? Very weird choice for that, you know, like Frontiers, I would have upped it a bit. Even Unleashed, I would have upped it a bit. But again, like, you got to remember, like, critics don't like the Werehog, right? That's just the bottom line, is critics don't like the Werehog, which is fine, you know, and I ended, it's a valid problem for them to have. So I understand why it's number 9. You know, and so those being number 9 makes the most sense. Sonic 2, I think, again, that's a fine placement. No, I think Sonic 2 being at number 8 in any circumstance would be okay overall, right? My biggest crime is also CD. CD being above 2 and Unleashed is, again, that's a choice for sure. That is a choice for sure. And that's coming from someone who really likes CD. So, right, so you have that, and then you have Sonic 3 and Knuckles right after, which I would have maybe put like a little higher, but whatever. I get it. Colors, again, this is where the placements issue is Colors being above Unleashed, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Frontiers, is an odd choice for sure. And I love Sonic Unleashed. I think the biggest crime here for sure is Sonic Advance at number 4. I feel like the other Advance games like up it a little bit, and it's weird. I don't think Sonic Advance should be in a top 5 regardless, maybe a top 10, you know? But I guess, this was their weird pick, good for them. Sonic Adventure 2 getting its respect in top 3, absolutely. I respect it. They just should have had Sonic Adventure 1. Sonic Mania number 2, and again, Sonic Shadow Gens being number 1 is the one that makes the most sense when you think of an overall package. So overall, decent. Could have been worse, could be better. it be what it be. It is what it is. Good job, you know, IGN. You tried your best.